guys, look what I got from eBay that I ordered. They just came in yesterday, and so I got them cleaned up. It's two muffin pans because I wanted to make some blueberry muffins. So I they're like ordered the two of the 12 cup muffin cupcake pans, and I asked the seller, I'm like, well, are these, because they look like really big in his listing page, and I said, are these like the full size? Because there's 12, not the 6 that you see a lot of times. There's 12 muffin cups. And he said, I guess it was a he, because he said, yes, they're regular size, not the mini size. So I was like, oh, cool, okay, that's what I want. So it was like $20 for two, which is like $10 each, shipping included. So that's a really good price. And I didn't want the ones you get in the grocery store because they're, all the ones that's in the grocery store are, what do you call them? That's that lime, non-stick stuff. I don't want that plastic coating, non-stick. So he advertised these were like heavyweight aluminum by Sears. So they're vintage and they're nice and sturdy. And of course they were used before, which I cleaned them up well. But I wanted like the vintage style. So, and I'm not putting anything like acidic in there, so I'm not worried about the aluminum because I'm not cooking anything acidic. I'm baking. So, did I finish the story about what? Yeah, when I asked him where he said they're regular. And I was assuming it was a man because when I got it, they were in my mailbox, and I'm like, that's a small package for full size 12 muffin cake pan things. So they're like they're the mini. He was wrong. They're the mini. So I'm assuming it was a man because I would think a woman would know the difference, which they may look kind of big on my camera here, but they're the smaller, like mini size, and this is which I got two of those. Okay, so yeah, and so I made some muffins. I was like excited. I made the blueberry muffins, and see, they're like kind of a mini, but I think it's recommended to like fill them like 3/4 full, but I filled them like to the top, and I wasn't too worried about it. I didn't think they would run over and make a mess because even though I filled them up to the top, because my batter was like kind of I make like more of a kind of a dense batter, and like a thick dense batter. So yeah, they rose up without running over. So they look a little weirdish because look how blue they are, like Smurf blue. Totally blue. So I cut this one. And I've already eaten some, of course. I couldn't wait to do my video and then eat them. It's like I was hungry. I had to have some with my hot coffee. Okay, so that's them cut in half. So see, they're like Smurf blue. They're blue all the way through, which is fine because they taste good. But the blueberries I used were like it was like a bag of they sell them in the store in the frozen section. I get like the Weiler's brand wild blueberries, and they are imported from Canada. And so yeah, that's the blueberries. And I make mine from scratch. I don't use a muffin mix. I make them from scratch. I cream like the short, either you can butter or cream the butter with the sugar. And this time I've got several jars of the in the glass jars of coconut oil. So I was like, I'm going to use up some of my coconut oil. So I cream some coconut oil with the sugar, and then just added like the milk. You can add sour cream also. The milk, and then 2 beaten eggs, and then the flour. So there is a fly got in here. That fly is aggravating. I think he got in when I went out to get the mail. So aggravating. Better not get on my muffins. Okay, which I'm fixing to put these in the fridge and some in the freezer. So, okay, what else am I going to tell y'all? Oh, and talking about blueberries, I have that bag in the freezer. I keep it in the freezer, and then I get some out when I want them. I need to go and use those blueberries and get me like a nice fresh bag or two from the grocery store. Usually Publix or Target carries them around here. So talking about blueberries, Okay, I have some first-year blueberry bushes out there, and they had blueberries on them, loaded with blueberries. And guess what? Did I get any blueberries? The birds got the blueberries, and I got like just a couple, maybe 3 or 4. And then I was like thinking, I'm gonna, let them stay on here till they're fully ripe, and they'll be really sweet. Well, guess what? The birds were out there getting them when they were just, turning before they were fully ripe. So I was thinking, okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go pick them right before. When they start turning, I'm gonna go and pick them because so I can have some too, and then set them on my counter and let them get ripe. And so guess what they started doing? Then they were out. They picked everyone. They picked them all green as a gourd. They were just emptying out the whole bushes. So trying to wave that fly away. Ooh, nasty. Yeah, green as a gourd. Can you imagine? What kind of creature can eat blueberries green as a gourd? Any kind of fruit green as a gourd, just load up on them. I'm like, you thought they'd have a stomach ache or get sick or pass away. So okay, so there was a few left on there that was green as a gourd. So I went out there and I stripped the bushes and got the little bit that was left. And so I looked it up, researched, and it said you could put them in like a brown lunch bag with a banana or an apple, and close it up real good. And it said you couldn't do the totally green ones, but I'm like, well, that's all I had. They weren't leaving me any that was just turning. So let me see. So, but it worked. It's turning them. Let me show y'all. I just got some out of this bag. Now some are there's still some green ones, but I'm going to leave them. Okay, see these turned. These were totally green. There's a pinkish one, and so they're getting ripe in the back. So that's what I'm going to have to do next year, I guess. If I want to have any blueberries, let me put them back in my bag. If I'm going to have any blueberries, I'm going to have to pick them green, put them in a brown lunch bag, closed up with an apple or banana. I just cannot believe I'm so aggravated at those birds. I cannot believe what creature can eat green as a gourd fruit like that. Okay, anyway, all right, enough about that. Okay, well, I really appreciate y'all watching, and I'm happy with my muffin tins. So I mean, I could order another one to get the full size ones. I could order, get the full size instead of the mini muffins. I could order the full size, and but I hadn't decided. Make another batch of these and decide, because I can put these in my toaster oven, like countertop toaster oven. I don't ever use that huge big oven of mine, the stovetop thing with the oven. I don't use that. I've got like the really big, the oversized on the counter. It's Hamilton Beach toaster oven. And yeah, and it has 2 racks, 2 big full racks. So I can put both of these in the oven at one time, my little toaster oven at one time. I really like that. I enjoy that toaster oven. Okay, well, thank you so much for watching. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put, I've already had some of my muffins, so I'm going to put, I'll leave some in the refrigerator covered for the next day or so, and the rest of them I'll put in the freezer. I need to start making double batches, but anyway. Yeah, because they'll be gone soon, and I'll be hungry again. I like to have, and so, remember I showed you, you can either, you can either put jam, cut them in half and put either jam on there, or, which these didn't need it. They were good to me, because I mean, I put some, and so, or honey. Remember when I showed you I took my honey out of the plastic bottle that it came in, my local honey, and I filled up my little honey bear jar in the glass jar. So I got honey in the glass jar now, and the cute little bear. It looks good it looks cute on my counter. Okay, alrighty, well, thank you for watching, friends, and so appreciate each and every one of y'all, and I will talk to y'all in the next video. Bye, friends.